I still remember the first time I hit play on the LS50 Wireless II. I expected clarity, but what I felt was connection. Like the room stopped being a room and started being a space where every note, every word had intention and presence. This is for the kind of person who not only hears details others miss, but feels them. You tired of audio that's polite. You want speakers that communicate with depth, with nuance, without apology. Before you go deeper, check the current price and availability. High-end gear like this doesn't stay at sensible prices for long. You know that moment when you realize your old setup is just underwhelming. For me, it hit one evening during a quiet track. The highs sounded thin, the bass felt vague, and the whole thing just felt like it was trying to be musical without ever quite arriving. Once you feel what a real, articulate stereo presentation is, compromise starts to feel loud. The difference when you switch to these, relief, your ears relaxed because they not fighting distortion or lost detail. Music feels dimensional. Podcasts feel like someone else right there talking to you. Movies thrum with presence instead of power-seeked boom. That's not a spec talking the S experience. Day-to-day listening becomes something you choose, not something you tolerate. Jazz feels alive. Rock has grit without glare. Ambient tracks breathe. Even quiet moments have weight. Gaming soundtracks and effects feel anchored to the space, not smeared across frequencies you can place. What surprises most people isn't just the technical clarity, it's how natural it feels. The integration of processing and amplification doesn't shout tech. It just lets the content speak. And once you know that level of coherence, every weaker setup starts to feel like a veil between you and the art. Don't wait on price swings or stock shifts. This isn't gear that lingers quietly. People who want real sound tend to decide fast. If you're hesitating because you think it has too much speaker for your space, here's where that doubt flips. You don't need a big room to enjoy good sound. You need speakers that understand how to fill it with intention rather than noise. The surprise benefit. You'll find yourself playing tracks you forgot you loved just to savor them again properly. Owning something like this changes how you listen. You stop guessing at detail and start discovering it. You treat albums like experiences, not background noise. There's a subtle pride that comes from having speakers that respect the source, not just reproduce it. Clarity that reveals every layer, bass that's controlled, never overwhelming soundstage that feels alive. Every track feels intentional. Your room becomes part of the performance, not the cheapest option out there. Takes proper setup to shine fully. At some point, you stop looping through comparisons and realize you just putting off what you already know you want. Every lesser alternative starts to sound like what it is, a compromise. So if you're ready to stop settling for flat, distant sound, check availability now. Don't let this be the upgrade you think about every time your music fails to move you. When sound feels real, everything else feels diluted, and this makes that distinction unmistakable.